Sorry. And here at the City of Las Vegas City Hall, there's a council meeting, which I didn't know. And there's some kind of party here. So,
Morning, sir.
one.
You want to come in? Just go ahead and attach your pockets, and then we're going to push things down and bag down. Come on, walk right through, protect you. Thank you, sir. Just open it up for the bag before you. Inside your pockets. Show one here real quick. Sorry, I thought that was a phone. It's a phone.
No, I know, yeah.
Okay, track media. You're good, dude. Thank you.
Good, thank you, sir.
Wait, what's your name?
Fajardo.
Wait,
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Excuse me.
is he an employee?
Yeah.
Passionate advocate for safety and families in Las Vegas, has consistently demonstrated exceptional dedication, integrity, and leadership. In 2025, Krista founded Walk Safely LV, a grassroots initiative dedicated to improving crosswalk safety around Las Vegas schools, uniting parents, volunteers, and public officials in a shared mission to protect our students and raise awareness of vital safety issues. And now, therefore, we, the mayor and the members of the Las Vegas City Council, hereby proudly proclaim October 15, 2025 as Krista Dawn Holloway Day.
Officer right here, media. Good morning, officer right here, media.
I first just want to say thank you so much to everybody, and especially the team, and my husband and my daughter, for helping us through this journey. I couldn't have done this without all of them.
So what's happening? I just came to do an audit here, and I didn't know there was a city council meeting. I saw a lot of people coming in, and there's like a little party. A lot of decisions coming to make their comments. So I just happened to just stumble into this. So yeah. I don't know what's the awards for, because I just walked in. It's always a fucking shitty council meeting, so
our next item, I want to invite our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural
This is all the
Affairs
presidents
Director,
of the United
Maggie
States,
Plaster, to join us.
all across.
Our employees strive to meet our values of being kind, committed, and smart, and they work to build our community to make life better. I am proud to announce that the Employee of the Month is Jordan Duncan. Jordan,
Here's the
please
first
join
president,
us.
George Washington. The founding fathers.
Jordan is an inclusion recreation leader and has been with the city since 2022. She consistently demonstrates the city's core values through her daily interactions with the youth in her care in the city's adaptive recreation
I guess
program.
I think
Jordan's
they're like
passion and
honoring the
dedication
staff
to
because
her
I see the
students is
T-shirts right here. It
inspiring.
says
She
staff.
has completely
So I think
revitalized
it's
adaptive kids
some award ceremony
program,
for
creating
employees, public
inclusive,
employees.
engaging spaces where every child is empowered to shine. One standout example is an adaptive drama club,
Be right
which
back. All
recently
right.
wrapped up its season with an incredible performance of their original play, Back in Time. Each student played a vital role, participating in both group numbers and solos. Jordan, thank you so much on behalf of all of us for your hard work and all that you do. And at this time, I'd like to give Maggie Plaster
Ass
a chance to
kisses.
say a few words, and then we'll have some photographs. Maggie?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for this recognition. I really want to thank Kira Sakaros for nominating Jordan.
Oh yeah, there it is right there.
And also for the Employee Recognition Committee.
Employee of the
to
month,
make this
September.
organization
Right
better
there.
by recognizing good work at the city. Jordan has an incredible commitment to Parks, Rec, and Cultural Affairs. She started as an intern in 2016, and she got to be an hourly employee after that. But as most people in the recreation field know, there are not a lot of full-time jobs. And so in 2019, she moved to Arizona, but showed her commitment to the fact that she kept coming back every month to volunteer and staying connected with the adaptive team. And then right before COVID, she got a full-time job with the city. So I always felt like that tenacity to be part of the city
What
of Las
state
Vegas
is this in?
really stood out to
State of
me.
Nevada, Las Vegas.
This award goes
Like that,
to
see?
employees
Nevada,
who
city of Las
not only
Vegas.
meet the duties of their job description, but go above and beyond. Maybe you could say they're a little bit extra, like Jordan is. And I'm going to give you a few examples of how she has been extra. She recognized that one of her participants was experienced financial hardship during Christmas last year, and she organized her own drive to get the family a Christmas tree and gifts and food and delivered it herself on Christmas Eve. She's recognized that one of her participants never met Santa, so she arranged for Santa to come and visit. On an 18th
Yep,
birthday, she
got it.
arranged for a visit to the fire department, and that was a big hit. And she does things that sometimes it's hard to get other people to do, and one example is we had a float for our department last year in Corporate Challenge, and it was difficult to get that organized. And of course, Jordan took it over and got people there, and that's just, it shows the type of person Jordan is. So thank you for your creativity in the drama program, for your attentiveness to your participants, but mostly thank you for the joy you bring to them and to their families. I did prepare a speech, so bear with me. I'll try to make it fast.
But good morning, everyone. I'm truly honored to be recognized as Employee of the Month. I want to thank our City Mayor and Council for this honor, so thank you. And our Employee Recognition Committee, and especially Kira, for the incredible recognition. Kira, thank you for working with me, for showing up to support our adaptive programs, and for being such an amazing asset to the city. Your support and belief in the work we do truly means so much, so thank you. Thank you to my director, Maggie, and our entire administrative team. Thank you to my coworkers and my department, who are always willing to lend a hand when needed, and for showing up today to support me. Thank you. A big thank you to my adaptive team, Savante, Andrea, Jen, Ashlyn, and Rusty, for your support in our adaptive drama club. There have been so many people who have supported this program since the very beginning and continue to show up at every performance. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I also want to give a special thank you to Jen for hiring me back in 2016 as an intern. I wouldn't leave her alone, and she continuously pushes me to grow. Her support has played a big part in the success of this program and my career. My passion for the Adaptive Drama Club began in 2015 when I was given a chance to lead it with the City of Spokane, an opportunity I always be thankful for because of Alice Bush. A big thank you to my family, which my aunt is out here today, so thank you for coming, and it's actually her birthday, so. So thank you for my family being great leaders as they have showed me how to be a great public servant. But this recognition isn't just about me.
There you
It's
go.
about my incredible team
To
that
be
I
a
get to work
great
with every
public
day. My
servant.
staff show up with heart, patience, and creativity, putting an effort that makes our
That is the
program
number
thrive.
one
From
key
building sets to developing ideas
of
and
being a
encouraging our
public
participants.
employee,
They make the program what it is.
serving the
It's
public.
such a joy to watch them
We
grow,
the
and
people.
even more
She
meaningful
said
to
it
see them
best.
advance from part-time to full-time.
She said it best.
Positions. Their dedication and love for this work inspire me daily. I am also deeply thankful for the families. I have some families out here today who trust me and my team for the community that believes in inclusion and celebrates all abilities. Together, we've created a safe and welcoming space where everyone belongs. This award would not be possible without the families and caregivers who bring their loved ones to practice, cheer them on, and continue to support them week after week. And most importantly, to my participants, thank you for being the heart of the Adaptive Drama Club. You bring creativity, confidence, laughter, and friendship into everything you do. Watching you grow and shine both on and off the stage is the greatest reward. You make this program what it is, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. You truly are my favorite humans.
That's the city Las Vegas mayor, the little short brunette lady, wearing a red suit. The lady with the red suit, the brunette, the short one, that's the city mayor for Las Vegas.
Anyone that thinks they should be
You're back. Officer right here, medium. That's a good name for that channel. Officer right here. Because that's what the marshal told me. It's right here. The Las Vegas marshal's here. When I asked him for his name and badge number, he goes, right here, right here. Yeah, that. What, the cops? Yes. The Las Vegas city marshals. At the front desk, when I asked them for his name and badge number, they're like, it's right here, right here.
December 16th, Tuesday, 6 p.m. at Dula Community Center is our talent show, and then on May 15th will be our theater production at Historic Fishery School.
And for our final ceremonial item, Mayor Pro Tem Knudsen will recognize a wonderful program. And
This guy right here with the red hat. He actually, I'll be watching his YouTube channel. This guy right here. Right here. I'll be watching his YouTube channel. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to him. It's called Las Vegas Investigation Corruption. That's his YouTube channel. I'll be watching his shit that goes on in Las Vegas, all the corruptions, the unlawful arrest, all that shit. They must be related. Yep.
But I want to say that the chance that adults environment. It's that 1 minute where you can teach them about hope, or you can let them know they're loved, and you change the trajectory of their lives forever. So the work that you do is so important. But you said it better than everybody else. So you're gonna welcome them and introduce them. Come on up. As you guys stand up in an orderly
Him right there.
get a picture.
Yeah. So his YouTube channel, Las Vegas Investigation Corruption. I believe it's that, but I'll ask him again when I get a chance to talk to him.
40 years anniversary for our program. I do not want to work with any other team in the world. This team is so dedicated. We like to have a little bit of fun, but really.
So yeah, go subscribe to him. Las Vegas Investigation Corruption, I think.
Hourly staff members that are out in the field working daily with those participants. They're the first faces they're going to see in the morning. Last face they're going to see in the afternoon. And it's got to be one that's welcoming, loving, and dedicated to their safety, their enrichment, and just having a little bit of fun. And so that's what we're here to celebrate today, our 40th anniversary of this program. It really has been an honor to serve the community for so long, and that's the legacy of the safety program for the last 40 years.
For anybody who was wondering, I just put her on the spot just like that. That was an amazing speech. Where's Tammy? Am I missing her? Tammy, now it's your turn.
I just want to echo Elaine's sentiments and thank this fabulous team. Not only do they provide a safe environment for kiddos whose parents work before and after school, but they also provide academic enrichment, mentoring, community connections, and a whole host of other key factors that have.
I think so. I'm looking it up right now on my other phone.
Child up for success, not just for each individual day, but for the entire school year. They've adapted to change over 40 years. They will continue to look to the future, and we are currently making children's wishes come true in our safety program. So if we have anybody who has a hidden talent, please connect with us, because these kids want to learn how to do things like painting and slime parties and balloon animals and super fun things. So we get the best job in the city. We get to hang out with the young people. So thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for always supporting our programs. Thank you, Mayor and City Council. And thank you to the RDA Education Set-Aside and the state for 21st Century funding.
That's his YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him. Show him some love. Tell him I send you guys. Tell him ENDTERRYSTOPS sent you guys. Because he's right here. He's about to make a comment about his, I believe his case. That's what I'm assuming that he's here for.
Slime is not purpose, so just beware of that. I think that's you. Go right. Nice job, everyone.
No, you're good. Listen. That's what I said. I was sitting. Yeah, no, that's good. And then if they're cut, sometime that. So you're good for now. Yeah, what else say if there is? Not a problem. I'm more than happy. Yeah. Thank you.
We are going to resume the council meeting in about 5 or 6 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry, my bad.
here. But
Sorry.
and so we're going to have our youth come up with a plan to address driver safety, pedestrian safety. So part of their process, though, is interviewing people and doing research. And so I thought, what a great person. And the headlines I kind of highlighted the need or the
You gotta look at it. Yeah.
I mean, but I think what she's I wouldn't go there. It's a school that's not top school.
I believe this is Chief Potts here. I think I gotta look at his tag name, but I think it's him. I'm gonna address him with his marshal failing to identify himself. I think that's him. I think.
That's probably if you love San Diego, I'd say
Got the presidents here. Oh, got the presidents here.
how you doing?
I don't know. Chief Potts.
How you doing?
How you going, man? Can I address you something?
I'm sorry?
Can I address you?
Address me, yes. You can address me, it's fine.
Chief Potts, one of your marshals down there was unprofessional, failed to identify himself. When I asked him for his name and P number or badge number, he failed to provide it. He kept saying, it's right here, and it's right here. So, since you're the chief, I would like you to...
Who was it? Did you...
So, a tall, heavyset guy. He's with Lima. He identified himself as requested by the public.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy, he failed to. And he can't give me an attitude. It's right here.
Okay.
So...
No, I apologize. We'll look into it.
So he's down there. If he's there after all this is done, I will point him out to you. And because I asked the sergeant too, he had the glasses, and I told him, why is he failing to identify himself? You're the sergeant. And he didn't want to address that in front of me. He wanted to do that secretly, like behind closed doors. So why don't you do that in front of me? Serve the public.
Sure.
Like, yeah, you know what, sir? You're right. I'm sorry. Please identify yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and he got upset when I told him, this is why you guys earn the hate. Because the way you interact with the public. If you interact with the public properly, you guys wouldn't be earning the hate. I told Lima that you guys were hella cool a couple years ago. But this past year, man, you guys been fucking assholes. Seriously.
Well, it's their perception.
It's the fact. This past year, 2024, going in 2025, that was about the end of 2025, you guys been horrible at interacting with the public. But a couple years ago, you guys were hella cool. Hella cool.
Well,
but now it's
listen,
like, what the hell happened?
We pick from the human race. People make mistakes. We're not perfect, and we try to do our best, right? And so, you know, I would ask you to give us grace and we'll try to do our best. We'll always try to do our best. We can always be better. Right?
You're right.
You can be better.
This is Chief Potts. This is Chief Potts from the Las Vegas Department of Public Safety.
All of us can.
Yes. But the issue is that the training. Who's training these officers?
We have quite a bit of training. So.
Who's training about interacting with the public? Training about the First Amendment that you guys sort of defend? And they take it offensive down there. The sergeant and the other guy. Lima identify himself, but the sergeant, the other guy.
I get you. We can always do better. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
But I asked the sergeant. Because Lima he he started all right, but then he started giving me like unlawful directives. I didn't like that. So he made a threat to me, saying if I don't move out the way, then he was gonna throw me out.
Please be mindful of the mayor
And I
pro
addressed it to
tem's
the sergeant.
admonition.
The sergeant said
Is there
he
anybody
said that he
that
will
wishes
take him
to
somewhere
speak at this time
and address that. I go
about
out to
an
address it
agenda
right in front
item?
of me.
I got you.
So
Thank you.
this is Chief
Seeing
Potts,
none,
guys.
we will now move to agenda item 9. For possible action, any
Chase,
items
with
from the
communication
9:30
tools.
a.m. session
Oh,
of
this is
the
Chase,
council
you guys.
staff and/or the
Nice
applicant
meeting
wish
you.
to
So
be
just so you
stricken,
know,
tabled, withdrawn,
you're good.
or held in
Anywhere along
abeyance
the
to
back
proceed to
and
a
up the two
future
sides
meeting
to the
may be
front.
brought forward and acted upon
But
at
otherwise,
this
because
time.
it's
Mayor
being
Pro
straight
Tem.
live, so I
Thank you.
can't.
And
I know
item
you
3 on the
understand.
agenda, November 2025-35, there's
Thank
a
you for
date
being
dated
professional.
November 5th, 2025.
That's all you can be, right?
Serve the public
Item
correctly.
61,
Don't get positive
25-0041,
responses.
Absolutely.
SDR1 applicant owner Chris West LLC on 1.69 acres at the southeast corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Cary Avenue.
Wow.
There's a request
I can't believe that
applicant
Chief Potts from the Las Vegas Department of Public Safety is right here. And I addressed to him about his officers.
Owner is Tom Fund LLC et al. At 17.12 acres on the south side of House Drive. There's an abeyance request by the applicant to get
Is there policies identified?
Please vote.
That's him, look. That's him right here. That's him. He failed to identify himself. That's him. He's the guy right here. He failed to identify himself. He keep giving me attitude.
Mayor Pro Tem, would you like to continue?
I'm gonna add a couple more. Item 39 is R71 2025 for possible action to approve a resolution to declare the city of Las Vegas intention to sell real property. This is in Ward 6, Councilman Bruni. And I'm also gonna add on to item 45.
What did he
there's a
say?
variance request by
That he,
staff.
oh yeah,
Southern-
Chief Pot just cops playing. That's all. You know how they are. They can do better. They're going to do better. You know, all the jumbo, schmumbo stuff. Hello. That they can do better. They're humans and blah blah blah.
Shall we vote?
So, yeah, I hear him. That's him right there. Right there.
Motion carries. Agenda item number 10, possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the September 3rd and the September 17th, 2025 regular city council meetings. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Yeah, we all know it well. Well, we all know it very well.
Opposed?
The cops blaming.
Motion carries. Agenda item number 11. Item numbers 11 through 43 are on the consent agenda, are considered to be routine and are recommended for approval by the departments and may be enacted in one motion. Are there any items on the consent agenda that the council wishes to bring forward? Seeing none, Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion for the 1 second?
Good morning, Susan Helsley's Chief Financial Officer. For the record, I do have, in addition to item 11, I have an interlocal agreement as well as a lease agreement that needs to be added to the agenda item.
Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion that approves that addition?
Just checking with the city attorney to make sure we're all good.
Yes, MVP, that's good. The CFO was adding the backup to the item, so the item stands as written in the agenda, all good.
With that being said, I'm gonna move to approve the consent agenda.
Please vote. Opposed? Motion carries.
And then they have these stupid bootlicking politicians backing them up. Yeah.
Before we go to agenda 44, if our chief judge of the municipal court should come in, will somebody give me the high sign on that?
Oh wow, you got the chief judge from the municipal court.
Okay,
Wow.
agenda item 44. This is a public hearing regarding the fair market value of City of Las Vegas owned real estate located on the west side of Southland Boulevard and north of East Wyoming Avenue in anticipation of the sale of the property on an internet auction website. Clark County, note, this item is related to Council Item 38, R-70-2025. This is a public hearing that I now declare open. Ms. Batsky. All right. No, I am so sorry. Ms. Paskey. Yeah, anyone that wants to come over, come on up. No, they didn't tell me you were a very noteworthy substitution.
Teresa
Your
Boyce,
name for the record.
Teresa Boyce, Real Estate Manager for the record. I think that you open up the hearing for this item, right?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, we're opening the hearing for the fair market value of the city of Las Vegas on real property located on the west side of Southland Boulevard and Northeast Wyoming Avenue in anticipation of the sale of the property on the internet auction website. This property is located in the county and its estimated value is $20,000.
I'll be right back. I just want to see what's going on outside.
Hey guys, have a good day, sir.
Hello.
Have a good day. Thank you so much.
Can I do as what he did?
What's that?
Can I go and come back without getting searched?
Yeah, if you were inside, yeah. But if you leave the building, then you have to get research on it.
How come he didn't get searched?
You just went out here and did it.
So if I go here, could I come back? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you
Oh
leave the
no.
building-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Just
You go-
right here.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Where did I go? Oh, it's over here. Look, see, a party for the employees. It's right over there. Well, yeah, the reason I asked that question to him, because the media just walked right in, like, without getting searched or anything. So that's why I asked him that if I do exactly what he did, can I come in without getting searched? He said, yeah, but I understand when he said, if you're outside, like outside, then you have to get searched again. So. All right. Let's see.
Hey, good morning.
See. All right, let's go back in here.
Metro has documented excessive calls for service, including drug trafficking, prostitution, sex crimes involving minors. and
Oh, I
violent
missed this
crimes,
part.
which is creating significant public safety concerns in the surrounding area. In addition to the criminal activity, the licensee has failed to remit required room taxes, and multiple payments to the city has been returned for insufficient
recognition funds. The city is
What's up,
not
Sandy?
filing additional liens against the property. Given these ongoing violations and the emergency closure currently in effect through November 5th, 2025, we request to set the hearing date for the formal disciplinary action against business license G72-06385. Full summary report and supporting documentation will be presented to council at the next meeting.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions or comments by members of the city council? I have seen none. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Diaz?
Yes, Madam Mayor.
Uh,
I move that we approve
Metro,
setting the date of November 5th, 2025.
like always, I'm at the city hall and the marshals. They're on my list too. The city marshals on my list. You know.
Please vote. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you so much. Vince is our chief judge here yet. Then do you mind if I go to another? Okay, very good. Thank you.
Where there goes the Fourth Amendment out the window.
For a few moments to give the chief judge an opportunity to
Yeah, I can concur with that.
Agenda item 48. Resolutions. R-76-2025 is a public hearing.
I did.
Discussion for possible action.
I was
regarding a
video
resolution
recording just regular.
authorizing the issuance
And then when I
of
found about this
interim
fucking
obligations
council meeting, I just happened to stumble into, so I decided to go live. So I will post the video with the marshals, the way they fucking interacted with me. And I addressed that issue with Chief Potts, and Chief Potts is right here. That's Chief Potts right there with the girl right here. That's Chief Potts of the Las Vegas Department of Public Safety for his marshals.
Which is a form of permitted by Nevada law. It's to support our continued investment in our community's park and recreation infrastructure. The term of the bond will be 10 years.
You know what? Going up and doing a comment about the city marshals, you know what? The people have been doing that all the time and nothing gets done. The only person that can really do something about it is Chief Potts. Chief Potts is sitting right there. He can do something about it because he's the chief of the city marshals.
This is a public hearing.
And I already addressed him about that, but he cops-blamed me, you know, that they're going to do better, they're going to do more training and the usual shit. So.
Is there a motion, Mayor Pro Tem?
Thank you, Mayor. I was just going to say this is another creative strategy on behalf of the city to keep people employed and bring more opportunities.
This is the Las Vegas Marshal, but for the court that's across the street.
Please vote.
So he's the Las Vegas Marshal, but he's for the court, for the municipal court of Las Vegas.
Thank you so much. We will now go back to agenda item 47.
Well, I hope Potts wants to fucking talk to me, but it looks like he's flirting with the two girls right here. Oh, see that? He's flirting with the two girls. I mean, they're cute, you know. I ain't mad at them.
Charter 1.160.
Yeah, it goes in one year, it goes the other.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Please, everybody, state your names for the record.
It is. Thank you. Good morning, Mayor and Council. My name's Dr. Luann Holmes.
Tell them about
Kelly Giordani, Chief Judge of Las
Porfas. Well, when the meeting is over with and I can have a chance to talk to him again, either here or outside of the chambers, then I'll have him talk again and have him address his officer right in front of me. In hopes he tells them, hey man, you need to identify yourself per policy, your name and your PIN number or your badge number, with respect and courteous.
Really, what's before you is, before my esteemed colleagues speak, you have to think about, in this appointment, you have two options. Either you're going to appoint what we're calling an interim caretaker, and that person will agree not to run in the upcoming 2026 election. or you will be appointing an interim non-caretaker, and that person will be allowed to run. Candidate filing for the judges is coming up in January. So the qualifications are similar to if they were running for the elected position. They have to be a duly licensed member in good standing with the state bar. They have to be a qualified elector, which means they're registered or have the ability to register. And they have to live within the boundaries of the city. And the time frame is 30 days before the last day of accepting applications in this case. There is a Nevada revised statute that has a 1-year requirement, but in that statute, it also states that
I just came out, bro. I just came out of prison out of Ely back in
So the
March
service window will be
this year.
December 2025 to July, which is when the primary, if we have a winner in the primary.
You know
they're
what?
going within
No, I mean,
10 or
I
if we
get
have
it.
a
Yeah,
winner
you
in
know,
the primary
respect goes
general, the
both
term
ways.
will go until December.
But the
So
issue
13 months.
with cops is their ego
So I will turn it over to.
and their pride that clouds their judgment,
Thank you for the opportunity to
that
speak
makes
today.
them act like a fool, makes them act so tyrannical. So,
I wanted to take you specifically into Department 2 to start. This is Department 2's calendar yesterday. So you have before you 121 cases. I'm not going to talk in order as they are because every department's a little different in the way of their scheduling, but I'm going to start from the beginning of the process until the end to let you know kind of a bird's eye view of what we see in regards to cases and what those particular schedules entail. The first would be an arraignment. An arraignment is the first contact the defendant has with the court system. It can be in custody or out of custody. If an individual is in custody, they are automatically deemed indigent and are appointed a public attorney. If they are out of custody, the city attorney will then let the court know whether or not they're seeking jail, which is a trigger for us to know that they need to have an attorney appointed to them so that their rights are protected. We then go into a discussion about whether or not they are deemed indigent by guidelines given to us by the Supreme Court, and that's just an amount that they bring in, how many people they're financially responsible for, and whether or not they receive any government subsidies. Thereafter, we go into pretrial. Pretrial is typically the stage in the proceeding where discovery is exchanged, offers are relayed, and the defendant is made aware of that offer and determines whether or not they want to accept those. Thereafter, we have motions.
yeah, no worries. Officer right here, media. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Stopping by. Have a good day too, bro. Take care, man.
Per motions, which means motions filed by individuals on their own, which could be for a variety of issues. We then go into status checks. So status checks are cases that are already adjudicated. This particular section
Yeah.
of our calendar is typically the
Cops always
largest.
trip.
And this is where we
Always.
talk about whether or not people are in compliance with the requirements that they've agreed to. That could be classes, that can be fines, that can be community service. It can be some type of counseling or therapeutic option, AAs, NAs, a no drugs, alcohol, marijuana clause. So they get tested while they're at the courthouse to determine whether or not they are or have been under the influence of anything. It could be for house arrest, monitoring bracelets, scram, BARTs, stay away order, and whether or not they've stayed out of trouble. And again, it could include a lot more. This is also the time where we have a real conversation about whether or not they have the ability to complete the requirements they have agreed to do. The city works very hard to provide a variety of options to complete those requirements, and we understand, especially now, when it comes to financial constraints, that things are very difficult. So we have a lot of options available to us and a lot of what I'll refer to as safeguards. So it allows people to have contact with a variety of levels within municipal court to ensure that they can successfully complete their requirements, either within the time they have allotted or more time that they might need. And that's again, assuming that they stay in trouble and they have no issues with their no drugs, alcohol, marijuana laws. We then have video court, which is court of our in custody individuals. It comes over our screens in the courtroom, so that's a conversation we have directly with the jails and the COs. Those cases are all the cases I'm talking about now. They are arraignment, they are pretrials, they are potentially ones that are set for revocation. They are going to either be transported or resolved on video. So again, that encompasses everything that I'm talking about right now. On a typical Monday, that can be and has been roughly anywhere from 30 to 45 individuals. So video court 2 in Department 20, or in some of our other ones also includes our mental health video. So that's part of that. Transports are individuals that come over from the jail. They're transported directly to the department and held in the holding tank. Those individuals can be there, again, for a variety of purposes. It can be a compliance issue. It can be a revocation hearing set. It can be a trial set. It can also be a transport related to the fact that some of our cases require an individual to fill out a document that could be
for the DUI, the DD, or the order out. It's documents and acknowledgements and waiver of rights. The gun waiver, the order out paperwork, that has to be done in person so that they can have a private conversation with their attorney, and then I can talk to them thereafter about what they're agreeing to and some of the collateral consequences related to it. We then have Zoom sessions. Since we are a transient town with a lot of people that visit, this is a new thing that we have started offering and have been for a while. Every department's a little bit different in regards to how often. I offer it every day. And it is quite a journey to be with people in their cars or in their homes or whatever it is. I typically do offer it for everything except trials and revocation hearings. For purposes of the record, they do need to be physically present in Las Vegas for those. Then we have trials. Trials can be done, obviously, with a defense attorney as representing the defendant, or can be done pro per. When an individual elects to represent themselves pro per, it can be for two reasons. The first, that the city's not seeking jail. The second is that they want to represent themselves, which we then will go through a Coretta canvas, which I'll touch on later. Trials are scheduled in the morning and in the afternoon in every single department. The morning is for public attorney trials. The afternoon is for for private attorney trials, although, we can accommodate people based on their schedules. Sometimes, depending on the number of witnesses, we can finish in a day, and sometimes they're bifurcated, which means they go over multiple times. We try our best to get it done on the same day because witnesses having to come back doesn't make a lot of sense. A revocation hearing is where, again, we have a couple different types. A Gilbert hearing is a hearing related to whether or not an individual can actually afford to pay the financial obligations for which they agreed to. An actual revocation hearing, typically that term to us would trigger the fact that there's suspended jail related to an individual. And again, a revocation hearing can be based on a violation of the stay out of trouble or non-compliance issues related to the sentence. I wanted to talk now about kind of the issues presented during a typical calendar. 121 cases, we see a lot of people. I think we are up, I've been told by our court, by Pam Jessup, that we're up about 30% in filings, so we are a very busy court, the busiest municipal court in the state of Nevada. So on a typical day, we see financial concerns or homelessness. That's something that we all know as members of the government, that is an issue presented to us, and so we have to be mindful and, again, creative as to how we come up with solutions to both allow individuals to finish their requirements and also connect them with services, because the point is to try and stop the issue as opposed to have it continue to go on. Deal a lot with mental health and competency concerns, and as a judge, you are the final person who kind of makes that determination as to where the case goes. So sometimes attorneys might not be as experienced as potentially the judge in the courtroom, might notice things or have to do a more in-depth canvas to determine whether or not an individual is able to proceed. And having experience in the criminal field helps because competency determinations take time. They can take a week, they can take 2 weeks, some people they can take longer. If we do a full comp eval because of the doctors we have available to us and the people who have the proper qualifications, it can take up to 2 weeks, which is a long time. And the threshold in consideration is whether or not an individual is able to proceed, as in they understand the proceedings and whether or not they are a danger to themselves and others. Those are considerations we make as well. We see a lot of inability to proceed due to intoxication. Every single week I have individuals that come in who are positive for fentanyl, methamphetamine, amphetamine, alcohol, cocaine. When individuals in my courtroom come in and they're positive for alcohol, I also give them, we'll have our drug testers give them what we refer to as the PBT, which is the preliminary breath test, to ensure that they're not under the influence at the time they're having a discussion, because that would be pointless. There's also, to me, a liability issue associated with allowing people to walk out to a part of that, because I don't know how they got to court. So those are important considerations. As I said, stay out of trouble violations. Sometimes they're just, issues that we might not be concerned with. Sometimes they're very serious. We have DV cases where you have a no contact order as part of it, which then results in new charges, violation of temporary protective order, stalking, or although I might order a no contact, it is not similar to in that it's not a paper copy of what's like a TPO. It's just my judicial order. So I'm the only one out of jurisdiction. So hypothetically in that situation, if an individual were to call the police, there's no case to reference. It's just, Judge Giordani said this, so you can imagine it might not be as impactful as a TPO, but if we're made knowledgeable of it, we can bring someone in immediately and we can deal with a potential dangerous situation. That's also very relevant when it comes to DUIs. A lot of the people we have, or not a lot, but some have multiple DUIs as they take up very short in time. And again, we can get into OR arguments, which we typically
part of this that would encompass a scram bracelet. The DMV does their interlock stuff, but a no drugs, alcohol, marijuana order have to be encompassed in this day of trouble violation. We have a lot of sometimes threatening and disrespectful behavior. So that's certainly my marshal who's in the back. Marshal Thompson does a wonderful job, but I'm the one who has the best vantage point, similar to how you all do too. I see everybody.
He's a marshal
and it's my
from
job
the
to pay attention to that, but I can tell you the first day I took the bench, I got cussed out right away, so it was a great look. But it just goes to show you that that's something that you have to deal with. Sometimes on a daily basis, it can be related to mental health, it can be related to intoxication. It's also important to remember, and I take no ill will with this, but people don't come in excited to see me. People aren't coming into municipal court excited to deal with their cases, and it's important to understand that that's the mindset that's coming in front of the judge. So you have to have you have to not take it personally, but you also have to be able to maintain decorum, because as the judge, you're the one setting the tone. There are concerns for safety. There have not been, I've been working in municipal court for 14 years. There have been multiple instances where witnesses are threatened when they're present there for a case. There's been threats made against our judiciary. I've had threats against myself and my family. So it's an important consideration to think about when you are taking this job.
So I believe, and I think based on her comments, I think that she's a judge for the Las Vegas Municipal Court. The lady that's speaking with the pink suit.
And these are real people with real issues, and the victims that statistically show that after the entry of plea, specifically on the battery domestic violence case, it is the most dangerous time for a victim who walks out of the courtroom. And so it's not lost on us as judges that when it's a suspended sentence, especially individuals who share a child,
she's a judge.
that their connection and their consistent interaction will not end. So it's important that we have to consider that and be vigilant. Crossover cases with other jurisdictions. That happens a lot, most frequently, again, with our battery domestic violence cases in family court. A lot of the individuals who might come in, or some, I should say, have a current case in family court that's involving a divorce or child custody. One of the parts of our acknowledgement and what I do every day when an individual faces that case is I have to tell them that one of the collateral consequences is that it could impact a family court case. How could it? I don't know, but it can. And so it's important to note, and it's something that we see. Sometimes those can be our most contentious cases because they attempt to negotiate or litigate the family court case in our jurisdiction. So again, I do criminal mystery at work, but I need to know about family. I need to know about CPS. I need to know about what's going on in district court and justice court. We have some issues right now where there are current arguments being made at the district court level that would potentially impact our sentencing. So a lot of times when people are taken into custody in other jurisdiction, they send in what's called the PEG. I then have the opportunity to consider whether or not to run the time concurrent. I always ask for the input of the parties. There's arguments right now that suggest that if I'm not the last court in line, I don't get to have that discretion. So again, part of my job as a judge to stay on top of the law, because I need to know that I'm making good rulings, sound rulings, legal rulings. And again, with justice court, similar case overlap. As I said, the phoretic canvas and issues related to self-representation. By the Constitution, the United States Constitution, every defendant has the right to represent themselves. I don't try my hardest in the sense to talk them out of it, but I try my hardest sometimes to talk them out of it, because you're going up against a lawyer on the city attorney side who's gone to law school, has a lot of experience, and there are a lot of collateral consequences with some of our cases that even lawyers don't know. And so when a person wants to do this, they fill out what's called a phoretic canvas. It's a 2-page document that goes through a lot of different things. But if they are of sound mind, understand the process to the best of their ability, have no mental health concerns, are not intoxicated, that is their right, and then they get to do it. We have a document we then provide to them about what their legal obligations are going forward in regards to reciprocal discovery, what their obligations are at trial. But it's important as a judge that when you have a pro se litigant who is representing themselves in trial, it's a different animal. I can't do the job for them. I'm not allowed to give legal advice, but it's also my job at the trial level to protect the record. So I have to then, at the same time that the trial is going on, advise these people how the process works, what we can do going forward, what their opportunities are. So again, it's a complicated multifaceted issue. And sovereign citizens, or our First Amendment auditors, we get these a lot in municipal court. They're all a little bit different, but having familiarity with the way that these individuals interact in the courtroom is important, because it goes back to decorum, it goes back to safety, and it also goes back to making sure that you're making good rulings. In Department 2 specifically, they have DUI court as a specialty court. I've attached a diagram, because DUI court is our largest specialty court. It doesn't have the largest budget, but as I was told by Ralph Moore yesterday, it has the largest self-sufficient budget. But we can all agree that every day we look at the paper, we certainly see something related to DUI. So it's a very important court, and it's something that we're very proud of. Our responsibilities don't stop inside the courtroom, similar to yours. We have a lot of things that we do, and one that I think that doesn't get touched on enough is you go and you become a judge, you then become the leader of an entire department. And that includes your judicial executive assistant, 3 courtroom clerks, a court counselor, your marshal, a specialty court coordinator, and staff. This particular grouping of people are both union and non-union and at-will employees. So they have their own supervisors, they have their own requirements that they do, but the point is you're their leader, and you set the tone from the top, which is important to mention. We interact consistently with the following departments: administration, city attorney's office, the defense bar, jail staff, house arrest unit, pretrial, and human resources. And it's important we know, as I know you all understand, it's a team effort, it's a collaborative effort. We need individuals on the bench who are able to work well with others, who are approachable, and who are interested in getting the job done to the best of their ability. We don't work to just say we're not solo islands. We have community involvement that can be specific to our specialty courts, and also just our own personal interests and the fact that we care about the city. And we also have the glorious DUI warrant, phone, which we get every 6 weeks. It's for 7 straight days, 24/7. There's really no way to anticipate how many calls you might get, but it can be upwards of 5 to 8 on Friday, Saturday night. It requires you to do an initial appearance hearing on Thursday afternoons, as well as coming in on Saturday to do those hearings, which gets us into the Valdez-Jimenez pretrial issues related to typically these cases when we come in on the weekends don't have a complaint yet, so we're just talking about whether bail's being set. I wanted to leave you with this quote and a few comments. I have had the privilege of working for the city for 14 years, and it has been my great honor. I believe one of the reasons our government works so well is because we are the 3 branches are inclusive and we are collaborative. Your elected officials, we are elected officials. The people of our great city have entrusted us, and you specifically, because you're very intelligent and you're capable of doing the job. We recognize that as judges. We recognize your power in this process, and we respect it. We do not, contrary to the things I've heard over the last few weeks, want to pick a candidate. We just want to be part of the conversation. I've spoken for 5 minutes, maybe it feels like 20 to some people, but I couldn't properly explain to you the nuances of my job if I had 5 hours. We are the ones who know our job the best, and we take great pride in it, and we take great pride in the people who join us in this wonderful job. Historically, we have been involved, and that has been the precedent, and it is our hope that that continues in this particular process and in any process somewhere in the future.
Thank you so much, Chief Judge. Mr. Zamora.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Again, for the record, I'm Zamora, Human Resources Director. I want to start off with some general information, and not to repeat what Dr. Holmes has said, but for the record, we do know that Judge Rogers is retiring effective the 4th of November 2025. And again, Dr. Holmes laid out the information relative to the charter. Further information is, upon receiving Judge Rogers' retirement notice, a job announcement was announced for Department 2, a vacancy, and we posted it on October 6th, and it will remain open until October 19th at 12 midnight. The important dates, I'd like to share some of these with you. The 4th, again, is her retirement date. She has a 30-day, we have a 30-day deadline to fill the municipal judge vacancy. 10/15 is the today, and we are going to receive direction on the recruitment and selection process. On November 18th, agenda items are due for a December 3rd council meeting. 11:20, late items are due for that December 3rd council meeting. And 12:03 is the council meeting, which is the final date to appoint. Before I move to the next slide, I just want to let you know that I'll be providing you today with 4 options for your consideration. I have a 21-page deck, so we'll be going through some details, and it will be very thorough. I'm hoping that you'll find it very thorough, and that we can get any questions you may have, you'll be able to bring forward. For each option, I will be outlining a process and an associated timeline. All elements of these options and timelines may be adjusted by you. So again, the options for filling the judicial vacancy. Option 1 is a direct appointment with an interim caretaker or an interim non-caretaker. At this point, you know the process would be that you would identify a qualified individual to serve. The identified individual will be agendized for an appointment at the next council meeting. The recent examples of a direct appointment include what you see here in 2022. Shannon Nordstrom served as a caretaker for municipal court, for municipal judge for Department 6 from March 22 through July 22. In 2008, Cynthia Leon was appointed to fill the seat of municipal court judge in Department 1, and in 2006, Bob Bear served as a caretaker as well. We've had numerous other types of direct appointments that we've expressed in the past. The timeline